Diversity is being mindful and acknowledging that there are differences between individuals and accepting to differences of ideas and opinions and others' beliefs. I believe that increasing diversity creates better science. It increases the findings that we have, and it will also create more innovation and creativity. Implicit bias is like the hidden handicap within all of us. It is an unconscious or conscious belief that we have within us that affects the way that we treat others and make decisions in our daily life activities or academic life activities. When we have an implicit bias, this can create a lot of problems with us being objective in reviewing manuscripts and scientific literature, and also developing our protocols for performing research studies in humans and in mice. I'm promoting diversity through joining the American Heart Association ATBB Diversity Committee pilot. It is a 2-year pilot where we are developing tools that can serve to inform us of what the diversity issues are within our council, and those tools will later be used to inform others within the American Heart Association community about how best to increase diversity within our council. I'm also increasing diversity locally by partnering with other fellow faculties and making sure that when we hire new staff, when we review manuscripts, when we develop scientific protocols, we have diversity in our minds. I think issues of implicit bias can be confronted in various ways. Self-awareness is key to us knowing that there are biases present in our daily lives. In addition to that, I think we need to hold stakeholders and decision makers accountable for these biases. I also believe that educating our council on implicit bias is key to us eliminating some of those biases that are present. I'm also trying to engage others that, like me, believe that we should increase diversity and eliminate some of the biases that are creating a non-diverse council. I really believe that life is diverse, and I think that by promoting diversity and dealing with the issues of implicit bias, we will become a better council and attract many other investigators that are out there and haven't been included within our council.
Hi, I'm Henry Ginsberg, and I'm the Irving Professor of Medicine at Columbia University in New York. I've been a member of American Heart Association and ATVB for several decades, and have been an active member chairing many committees. I've also been a director of T32 training programs, mostly postdoc, but more recently pre-doc and postdoc. So I do feel that I have a good sense of what diversity means, the importance of diversity to our business, to our science, and to making progress in science and medicine, and have some ideas about how we go about making sure that we stay highly diverse. In one sense, it really shouldn't be that hard. If we look around meetings, I mean, I can go back to the 1970s and think what the meetings are like and who was there, and I look now, and the change is just incredible. I mean, we are a United Nations. At any meeting we go to, at any university, in the medical school, you get in an elevator, and the number of languages that are not English certainly usually outnumbers the number of people speaking English. And that's great. It's great because we are getting the diversity. On the other hand, a lot of that diversity is at a level of the postdoc that stays a postdoc for several years, or the associate research scientist. And what we need to do is have that diversity progress to full-time faculty positions and to R01s for people who weren't born in the United States, and have a first language that's not English. We're trained elsewhere. And I think that's the crux of the matter now. We are a very diverse group of people, wherever you go and look at the meeting this year. But when the pyramid starts to narrow at the top, there's loss of diversity. It was always a problem to find women at the top of the pyramid. That's improved, but still not equal, and certainly not equal to the proportions of men and women entering medical schools or entering PhD programs in the biologic sciences. But we also have to improve significantly the top of the pyramid in terms of racial disparity, ethnic disparity. How do we go about doing that? It's not an easy task because the input from the bottom of the pyramid is not often what we'd like it to be among those latter groups. But we need to make sure that our training programs are diverse. The NIH has requirements for that, but we have our own requirements, our own moral and ethical requirements. And we have to seek out people who are different in terms of their origin, in terms of ethnicity and race and gender. And people who are at the top of the pyramid have to make sure that we mentor properly. We don't simply allow them to do the work with us, get a few papers, and then move on. We have to, at least in the appropriate instance, choose the person that we want to mentor, that we want to bring along. We want their careers to rise to the top of the pyramid. And I think the substrate is certainly there, and those of us near the top of the pyramid, the more senior people, need to go out of our way and not just let the time go by without thinking about making the best of the situation that exists.